this is somewhat of a historical footnote. I came really in greater awareness of Joe Biden in 1993 when Judy, my late wife, and I would walk up the street to a restaurant that was called Days Inn. It was a restaurant and motel, and watch the hearings on Anita Hills being a whistleblower on Clarence Thomas having abused her sexually when they worked together in the employment discrimination agency they were working in together. And Clarence Thomas was over Anita Hill as a supervisor, and the things that he did, including putting a pubic hair on a Coke can where she had to see it, and by asking her repeatedly to date him, which he repeatedly refused, and just creating a sexualized environment that was extremely uncomfortable for her. And so when she heard that he was being appointed to the Supreme Court, she wanted to blow the whistle. And when she got in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which is part of the confirmation process, Biden sat by while other senators bullied and beat on Anita Hill, accusing her of making this all up and all kinds of preposterous accusations. And I'll never forget Joe Biden sitting there sneering and giggling as this was going on. And having been chair of a Judiciary Committee in the Oregon Senate, I knew that committee chairs have a lot of power over the kind of treatment that their members give to witnesses. They can subtly or bluntly redirect the conversation to protect witnesses if they so choose. And he chose the opposite. He chose to let her get bullied. And of course, it came out later that she had corroborating witnesses that he would not call. And so I developed a loathing for that man at that point, which has never gone away. As my wife and I sat and watched, she literally trembled, remembering some abuse she'd gotten from her principal college professor in her undergraduate days, and saw this as another example of that kind of thing happening to Anita Hill. Of course, in later times, I learned that Joe Biden had vehemently supported what's called the Hyde Amendment, which was a prohibition on any public funds being spent helping women of low income obtain abortions and other reproductive counseling. He had to be lectured or whatever, lobbied to withdraw his support for that as recently as when he was running for president in 2020. And of course, then there was his claims that he was in the top half of his class when it came out that he was ninth from the bottom, which I have some pride about my accomplishments as a law student, and it offends me to have somebody who couldn't even be in the top half of the class wanted to be president of the United States. Because I knew those folks who were at the bottom of the class. They were my friends. I liked them as well as my other classmates, but they just didn't get it. They just didn't get it. They were trying, but for a variety of reasons, they weren't getting there. And so I guess Joe Biden is going to go the way of all flesh soon, and I'm going to rejoice when that happens. Not least of the reasons for that is his standing by and stoking and supporting the slaughter of Palestinians in Israel. All he had to do, and Bernie Sanders said this over a month ago, just tell Netanyahu, not another nickel until you stop bombing. But they bombed some more yesterday. They said like 70 people were murdered yesterday. It goes on and on and on. And Biden could stop it, and he doesn't. That makes him, to me, a Hitler. Thank you very much. End of why I am glad that Joe Biden is going down.